Whatever his spiritual powers came, it came from Guru Ramdas. He is our fourth Guru in Sikh religion. And for serving Guru's house at Golden Temple, so he achieved all those powers, even though he was very spiritual from the beginning, from childhood. He has practices, but that was the time when he really achieved it, got enlightened. And then all these powers and the teaching came to him. It's not like he never studied with books, even though he was PhD in psychology and communication. But all these spiritual teachings, everything came to him. He will sit at the teaching stage and it will flow through him. It was sometime he will come home and he will say, I want to listen my tape. He said, I don't even know what I said, but whatever was coming to me, flowing through me, I was speaking, and I want to listen to myself. And it was amazing. He taught for almost 50 years of his life, even though he was teaching from the young age. But he never repeated second time the same lecture. And he never read books. Whatever he said once, that was it. People are still doing thesis on that and doing PhD on his lectures. The theories he said, or spiritual practices, or anything he said, any mantra he gave, what mantra will do. Those were the one just came to him. It was very powerful spiritual man.
Did he ever tell you when the first time he felt something, and maybe as a child he saw something, he experienced something?
Yeah, he told me everything. We got married when I was 17 and he was 23. And when I got married, so I told him, he was teaching me, telling me, explaining me about Kundalini Yoga and stuff. I said, okay, from today onward you are my teacher and you are going to teach me. So he taught me everything. We have been married 51 years. And whenever he will teach classes, and I will help him, and I will sit with him and teach with him, or prepare things for the classes, whatever was needed, depending on the person. And we will read the spiritual, our Guru Granth Sahib there, and then explain to each other, and kind of it was a companionship of sharing.
Was his father?
He is the only Kundalini master of that time. His father was a medical doctor, but he was also a spiritual man. But his training was, his grandfather was also a spiritual man. But what he achieved, it just came to him. He was the master of Kundalini Yoga.
And what does that mean when you say he was the master of Kundalini Yoga? What does
He
that
was
mean?
the only living master. There is always, for Kundalini Yoga, there is one master in the world who is the living master. And then the energy goes to the other. When that teacher leaves, then he gives to the other person. And it comes to them. And that's what it came to him, and he was at 16 years old. He became the master of Kundalini Yoga. And he was the only living person. Many people teach, but they teach as teachers, but not as masters.
Were you married when you came here, or was?
No, many years ago. And after that, we had children, he had a job there, and he was teaching as a hobby. It was not like his profession, because he wanted to help people. So when he came in 1969, and I came in 72,